the Robotechs, the Gundams, these kind of shows, and really do something modern and contemporary, but honor those shows in the past, which I think is what made it so good. I think that's what made it really good. The inspiration behind, I mean, this is what I do for a living, so part of it is, they'll hire me to do it, but also to get to, I really wanted to do that show because of the nature of it. It's such a great program, and it's a story that just grabs you and takes you, and if you haven't seen the ending, it's a great end. I mean, in the studio, we're all wiping our eyes as people are dying, we're, oh my God, this is so good, and that sort of thing. So even for us, when we do it, it's really get to admire the people in Japan who created it, because it's a remarkable story.
How many of you guys like Gurren Lagann? Yeah. Are we losing energy? How many of you guys like Gurren Lagann? Yeah. Look at that. Do you have a question? No? Any more questions? You had a question, right? I think he was next. Or anyone?
The Sonic question girl?
Sonic question girl? Hold on for 1 sec. Hold on for 1 second. We'll get to you. Alrighty. Speak loudly, no profanities. You swear on the anime gods? Alrighty.
Alright. How is it fun doing voice acting? It's really fun stuff.
Wow. Is it fun doing voice acting?
Well, look, my job every day when I act is to walk into a room, if I'm doing anime, I'm watching a cartoon and talking on a microphone, and I get paid to do that. So the answer is yeah, it's a lot of fun. And it beats a lot of other kinds of work. When I'm doing original animation, which I'm doing a show right now called Gormiti, which will be out next year, I play the villain. I'm Obscurio. It's really fun to do. But I'm working in a room with these extraordinary voice actors, and my character isn't funny, but theirs are. And I get to sit for 4 hours, do my 10 lines, and listen to these guys act and play out. And it's really something else. I consider myself very, very fortunate that I get to do this for a living, because it is a lot of fun and beats every other job I've ever had. Okay.
Alrighty, just before we go to the next question, I just once again want to thank our guest, Tony Oliver, because I know we had a bit of a cycle happen here where the stage is, and also I want to thank Crunchyroll for providing our internet and our stage access. They've got a beautiful backdrop for us to and a beautiful stage, and I'm going to pass it off to Jonathan here.
And remember, at Bang Zoom, at the Bang Zoom booth, he also instructs the Adventures in Voice Acting workshop. So go over there, sign up, check it out. It's a lot of fun. Also, you are also watching VoiceitLIVE.com. Everybody on the internet is watching you guys at home. So you can just pan on over to everybody watching VoiceitLIVE.com, powered by Vocal.com. So remember, it's VoiceitLIVE. Next question. You swear to the anime guys, I'm just use profanity and all that stuff.
What are the positives and negatives of a career in voice acting?
Great question. If you didn't hear, it's what are the positives and negatives about voice acting? The positive is it was all the stuff that I just talked about. The fact that it's really fun. It's very, as an actor, someone who loves to act, it gives me an opportunity to do this every day, get paid for it, and it's not the only kind of acting I do, but it's certainly the majority of what I do. The disadvantages are it's a tough career. It's a really tough career to break into. It's very cyclical. Lately it's been very slow because of the economy, and things will pick up again, and sometimes it's slow. And you don't really work full time for someone. You really are your own business, so you have to go out and sell yourself and constantly be looking for other work. So even though you think you might have extra time because I voice act and I only work in a 4-hour day, the rest of the day you're looking for the next job. So that's the disadvantage of it, but there's disadvantages in every job. So you do what you love, and the rest of it comes hopefully along the way. I tell my kids, you do what you love, and the money will come eventually, and it does.
You had a question for a while. All right, you swear on the anime gods. All righty.
Despite the anime that you did before, is there other anime that in the future that you're gonna do voice acting, like other anime?
Well, I certainly hope so. Yeah, I've done a lot. If you look at on IMDb, I was looking, and I think I have 75 or 80 titles that I've done over the course of the years I've done, including Bandred and some other big shows, Gungrave and things like that, and Power Rangers. I did Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for a couple years. So yeah, there's stuff. I'm actually working. Like I said, I'm working right now on an original cartoon. I just got cast as a narrator in Blue Dragon, so I'm going to be doing that. I'm doing Bleach right now. And I'm about to direct a Eureka 7 film and a couple of other things. So there's always stuff in the, and coming up, and I hope I work till the last day I breathe. So.
Which isn't for a long time, I'm hoping, Tony. We love you too much. All right. Yes. Then you swear on the anime gods, Mr. Transformers hat. All right.
Do you enjoy the fan communities? Like, do you enjoy the Robocon communities, the Robocon 20, Robocon 10? I was there, by the way.
I've heard some stories. Let's hear some.
Yeah, you saw Robocon with the big Robotech conventions a few years back. Yeah, I love this. I mean, look, if I didn't like hanging around with the fan community, I wouldn't come. I wouldn't be here. I mean, I think this is, to me, you guys are the ones that allow me to do what I love to do for a living. And if without you, I don't have a job. I don't have a life. So as far as I'm concerned, it's an obligation to come back and give a little bit back. But that said, the anime fans are the best fans on the planet. You really are. You guys really are. You're passionate. You're nice people generally, and you really show us how appreciation, and I hope I'm showing you the same appreciation back.
All right, I think my co-host has a very actually important question for those of you who want to go into voice acting.
For aspiring voice actors, what are the best ways to take care of your voice? Because sometimes people can get sick and get a sore throat, and, what is it? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, or something like that? Yeah, or, I don't know.
Well, first of all, learn to breathe properly when you talk. Even when you talk normally, when I'm talking to my day-to-day voice, you want to breathe from the diaphragm so that all of the tension is down here and not up here. You want to keep the voice out of your throat, either below in your chest or up there in your head. And don't do this. That's really bad for you. That's really bad. Try not, when you cough, try not to vocalize. In other words, you can go, but not, you don't want to do that. And drink a lot of, keep it warm. A lot of, warm tea, salt water, things like that you can gargle with if you're sick. But most important, when your voice is like you have laryngitis, don't talk. Let your voice heal, because you get polyps and things like that, and then that'll really hurt you. But the biggest thing is breathing right and just being nice. Don't smoke. Don't do things like that. That'll help you out. Okay?
All right, do we have another question? You didn't get a question yet, right? Come on in. Ooh, it's a cute dress. Can we get a picture of that? Wave to the audience and the internet. All righty. Swear to the anime gods, no profanity. You're too cute though. All right.
Do the green apples really work?
Yes.
Yeah, the question is, do the green apples work? For those of you who don't know what she's talking about, one of the techniques that they use in the studio is to keep, when the microphones are really sensitive. So sometimes you can get, like, your mouth is dry, you'll hear these little mouth clicks and stuff. And the thing is that they have green apples in the studio, and the fact is, yes, it does work. Yeah, what it does is it cuts down the mucus. It makes it a little bit more liquidy, so it doesn't click and snap, and so it allows you to think. With me, it kind of works the opposite, because it makes my mouth water so much I end up like spitting all over the microphone. So it's not a good thing for me. But for most people, it works great.
And try not to drink too much coffee before your session. We're both guilty of doing that, and we both had been in the service of the green apple.
And I thought it was a myth too. So the first time I went in for an audition, holy crap, look, there's the green apples, man. Yeah, no, it's really good for your mouth, because sometimes I'll be like doing a little monologue or something, and all of a sudden, like, I'll build up mucus and I'll have a little fart in my mouth, like it'll like a squirt or something.
Jonathan, you're going off mic again. He does do the squirt, and imagine being me in the booth, and you have to listen to that just at the opportune moment where you're like supposed to be serious. My character's very like, okay, we're gonna move on then, because Jonathan's always a little like, yeah, and.
Yeah. And then I'm like.
And then I'll be like, it's very funny. So.
And they'll keep looping it for me to hear. They'll kind of they'll torture me with it.
We have
the apple. So.
We have a great team too who does lighten up the mood in the booth. So we're very lucky. I think all three of us have been fortunate to be a part of Bang Zoom also. So what can we say? All right, another question.
Tony, how do you feel like being a voice actor for